been through ever since. Like it's just a historical landmark, pretty much. They don't have no towers. You know, they ain't in the nuclear arm race like these other nations.
Beautifully put. Now an Egyptian is a fucking looks like a goddamn towel head.
Yeah.
An Arab. You got it, bro. I had an Egyptian fucking motherfuckers who are like the children doctor. Pediatrician. And this bitch was fucking as light as you can imagine. Yeah. They were mixed in with them damn Edomites.
It's Arab mixed.
So how through are they, bro?
Through. Yeah. Because they don't even know who the fuck they are. The true Egyptians of old is the people in Sudan, tall, dark, purple, the blue guys. Dark guys, they out there dancing. Oh yeah. Through. And niggas want to be that. That ain't you, motherfucker. You were the ones taken out of you by the hand of the Lord. No salt. DJ is stupid as hell, man.
Hey, Elder Yashawama just made that post about the
Egyptian gods.
Yeah, how the nigga so-called he ejaculated everything into existence.
Y'all thought
I was bullshit. The nigga named Never.
I told you.
Hey, the Elder Yashawama brought out a good point. You niggas that believe that was you believe you the Egyptians. Why you don't never talk about your creation story?
Yep.
Talk about your God. Or God.
They got everything under the sun to say about the scriptures, but when it comes to their holy book or unholy book, no, they got no knowledge whatsoever, man.
And that's the spirit, because each of the plagues, it said 10 incurable plagues when it was reiterated in the Ecclesiasticus, it said 10 incurable plagues hit Egypt. But each of those plagues was a direct strike against their gods. A direct strike. The first one was what? The Nile. Lord, yeah. I got the list of them.
And then they worship the fish. They got that symbol for the fish. That was why they worshiped the Nile, because it was their source of food.
Yeah, there it is. And it was water, a source of trade and all that.
And all that, yeah.
And then they would fucking do all type of shit in there, kind of like the ugly ass Elamites in the Ganges River. They just do everything.
Yeah, no, it showed them doing crazy rituals like.
And then they threw our babies in there. So hey, particularly the male. So, but now the modern Nile is struck. Mississippi through.
Hey, Salakia, that's a good point you mentioned, because the Mississippi River, right? Esau was doing the same thing that Ham did to our children.
Using them as gator bait, throwing them in there.
In that Mississippi River.
Oh, and then the old devil bitch walking the dog and shit. Alligator got her. We can. Clown, she probably put that together. Praise the Lord. Praise his name. Damn.
What the fuck? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence?
Because when the Lord comes back through his express image, Yahushua, he's going to be beating people to powder. But the Lord is threatening. Who the fuck going to say anything? Hey, that's why nuclear war is on the table. Like, go ahead, Putin. Putin's dropping bars. They're the best fire rappers. Dylan, and Putin. Dropping hot fire.
Putin just gave his state of the address in Russia, and he basically went on the public and said that he disannulled the last
nuclear
the last street. Bro, that's an act of war, man.
So the Lord through him is threatening, like, that shit is over. No peace talks useless. Hostilities imminent. That's what it is, man. World War III. Right here, man.
Yeah, Kamala Harris came out and said
this
Russia.
nigga beard,
Yeah.
green giant.
The green giant. She came out and said that Russia had committed a humanitarian terrorism or some shit like that.
What is going on? What?
You know? Yeah.
Hey, but the Ohio shit wasn't against humanity and shit. That's your own goddamn kind and shit.
And they still ain't talking about that and shit.
They got something there. That's why I said Babylon is more stout than its fellows. You proud as shit.
Oh yeah.
And you killing your own fucking kind, but then you talking shit to everybody else all over the earth. Policing everybody.
That's why the populace gonna go to war with these motherfuckers.
Yep. That's why civil war is gonna happen right here in the States.
And you know who was in Ohio though? Trump.
Yeah, he came to the aid and shit. He's like, man, I gotta come to the aid of these motherfuckers, man.
He's real president.
Yeah. He just campaigning and shit. But that's the beginning of the Civil War right there.
Yeah.
Because the last time, like we discussed, when Trump was still in office, before weak ass Biden got in there, the last time the United States had two presidents in the mouths of the people was the last Civil War with Lincoln and fucking Jefferson Davis. Jefferson Davis himself. But now in the mouths of the people is two presidents. No, my president is Trump. Fuck that. No, my president is Biden. People are talking about two presidents when there's only one supposed to be ruling.
Right.
But that's how you know Civil War is on the brink.
It says, the earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof, the sea ariseth.
And the earthquake is. But how's the earth going to really quake and move to and fro like a drunkard? By way of those missiles. That's how the Lord really going to speak. Like, oh y'all want me to speak, huh? The Lord going to speak with those missiles. His presence is going to be in the missile. Our God is a consuming fire. Go ahead, huh?
The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep,
Man.
and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power.
And that's why I said the Sodomish sea is casting out fish. Means it's becoming like hot, it's boiling, it's radiating. It's radiation in the oceans and the water. Why you think whales and fishes is dying, the chemicals and shit?
Yeah.
This fucking devil, man.
Hey, I don't even
He-
think this is rain, man, because we was driving by the beach, me and the brother Yashar this morning, and the ocean water was brown. It was like a deep, light brown, like it was chemicals. in it.
Hey, well, to your point, if brothers seen it in our group, Mahar, who's out there in the IE Riverside, he was picking up snow, and it looked like styrofoam, man.
Yeah.
It didn't even look like real snow. You know?
Praise the Lord. It's a new sign. It's of the elements of Yahweh Shemashai, but it's showing you who's in rulership. The devil. And plus the Lord have given him power to be death.
For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Yeah, supposed to be going to nuclear missiles, but before that plague, you have the other plagues that's so cool about. I'm going to read the ancient plagues, and to bring that out, we're going to flood the spirit.
This is the ancient plagues that took place in Egypt. It said the waters was turned to blood.
Woo!
You had the frogs, the gnats, flies, disease on the livestock, incurable boils, hail and fire, locusts, darkness, and then the death of the firstborn.
Right, and you think about all that, the Lord is going to times that, times like never before, man. He's going to max that out. Because a lot of these chemical plants already have been destroyed. I mean, food plants. What else? Going into the first one. Them was like it. Oh, yeah, right. GMO.
And the name of again, and we gonna bring it to modern time for your ass. Go ahead,
And going back into that firstborn, now Esau, that firstborn that's about to be hit, bro.
The first one said waters turn to blood.
Boom. And that's going into the Nile. But the modern day Nile is both the Mississippi and it's their economy. The Lord has destroyed the economy of Babylon. It ain't as it once was. Babylon was made rich through trafficking. By trafficking us first over here to the Americans and shipping our brothers back to the old world. And after that, it was cotton and these different commodities. The Lord struck that by shutting down the world, by bringing war, by bringing division, and by bringing these nations to a head.
And then the plague of the amphibians, speaking of the frogs.
Frog. And guess what? What's 3 unclean spirits and frogs going out to the earth? That's going to get every fucking body. And now Egypt, remember how they showed the Pharaoh's head over the earth and shit? The new Egypt is over the damn globe. So the Lord is plaguing the world and shit ain't. So those 3 unclean spirits and frogs is the 3 city-states of the beast. You have the financial sector. Everybody going to be sucked into this digital system. Unless you're of the elect, you're going to be outside. You're going to be on staying with the Lord in truth. And then you have the financial sectors, London, the digital system, military sector, DC. There's gonna be a military police out here. And if you ain't down with them, they gonna come hunt you down. Hence, madmen spare none. They're still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Then you have the
Hey, and there's some things worse than death.
yes.
Like they're gonna hunt you down, not necessarily to kill you.
But to take you into a concentration camp and torture you, damn. And then they're using people as experiments with these chemicals. Damn. And that's a military thing. You can't forget, the military is not just with guns, but as the Elder Mwatazak said,
Bioweapons.
it's bioweapons, it's the medical field,
Yeah.
it's
Damn. Oh yeah, yeah.
social media, the social
Yeah.
dilemma. So you through. It's
Oh,
a war on
yeah,
every front,
every
bro.
front,
Just like
yeah.
the frogs, bro. If you watch one of those old school Exodus movies, preferably the one with that demon, what's his name? Charles Heston. There was one where the frogs is all over Egypt and shit. And then the Pharaoh woke up and was like, and he seen the frogs everywhere and shit in his house. And there's a frog on his head and shit. He's like, he's bugging out. So it's everywhere. You can't escape.
And that's spiritual because when you look at a frog, at the different species of frogs,
Yeah.
over 200 of species of frogs are poisonous, right? So mostly the mass majority of them are poisonous. They might look straight. They might look very appeasing to the eye, aesthetic, right? They have a lot of designs on them and shit, but they're poisonous as fuck,
And that's the
and they'll
spirit,
kill
bro.
you.
Because who is poisoning the world? Eve. And guess what? And another thing about a frog is what? Stubborn. And they don't move. And who has a military base in almost every place on the earth? That you can't drive this motherfucker out. Eve.
Hey, if you frogs are so stubborn, if you put them in a pot of boiling water, they will not move. They will not flinch because they're that proud.
Hey, that's it.
And they'll just boil to death.
I ain't going nowhere.
Frogs, yeah.
The next plague was the plague of gnats.
The plague of gnats, but the Lord, he took it on another route. He sent those remember those deadly hornets and shit that came. They wasn't even from this country. They came from like Japan or some shit. But how they get over it? The Lord brought them over here. They had deadly hornets. They had moths, flies, and shit like that. The Lord sent that, but in a new way.
Yep.
The plague of flies.
Woo! Hey, but hey, Babylon is a 7-Eleven bathroom. This shit is defiled because where flies are means it's unclean. It's demons. This place is filled with demons.
Hey, cockroaches. A lot of these houses out here got roaches. Where I work at, every single day there's a lot of people coming in and buying roach sprays. You know, all type of different bug sprays. They got rat problems. A lot of people buying rat traps.
Hey, don't forget the homelessness started spreading right after that. Remember how it wasn't as bad? You knew, okay, that's Skid Row right there. But now the whole goddamn country is like Skid Row, bro. It's been spreading. It's an infestation. Yep.
Plague of disease on the livestock.
Hey, plague of disease on the livestock from not only them burning down these factories, but the cattle and all that is getting sick because of what they're eating, bro. It's not, it ain't right. And then the way that they're slaughtering them and shit is like they're dying of stress, they're dying of fear and shit, and that gets into the people when they eat it.
Esau is a fucking devil because the cow is supposed to be pasture raised. They supposed to be in the pasture in the field only eating grass. When you go into our dietary law, every single clean animal that we can eat eats grass.
Eats them good.
But Esau is feeding them trash, he's feeding them corn, Skittles and shit, just weird shit. So they're getting sick. And then you eat their meat and you get sick. Now you got cancers and all that.
This nigga thought he could do this shit, extract the earth for so long, but he didn't realize the more you tax something, the less lifespan it has, to where it has an expiration, man. You can't keep taxing something and it's just gonna go forever, man.
You can't.
You know?
It can't go forever.
And that's what's going down now. And that's why it says the world, the earth is languishing, you know?
That's a disease now. Language is a mental fucking disease, bro. So that's the spirit.
The plague of incurable boils.
Incurable boils, but now we're in the time of Ebola, COV, monkeypox. Oh, and now we got the train. You know, niggas fall and shit. You know, they skin falling off and shit. So you're through. You're done. And then the people that got the juicy juice, they're infertile. The women. And dudes, they're sterilized.
They're mutating.
And then they're not even human anymore. They're patent.
And what's not wrong with a nigga with a vaccine, man?
Damn. So that's worse than the boils. Remember on Prince of Egypt, they had the oil and shit. And he took the table like, get out. And he was like, oh, it's fucking up. And then the one dude was trying to hold up the staff, and he's just like fainting and shit. And he's like, man, hold your shit up. Like, can't hold it up. Like, this shit is true.
You guys remember that one image that came out of the vaccinated person that coughed up a blood clot in the city with his lung? It basically looked like a tree. Like it had all the veins, but it was a blood clot.
Yeah.
And they ended up dying like a couple of days after.
Yep.
Hey, remember how they were doing surgery on somebody's heart and they was pulling that shit out?
They said it was like rubber.
Oh, that's worse than the boils. But we're mentioning what happened in Egypt, that all the Egyptians play with the boils. The Egyptians now have played with the juicy juice, the monkey pies, the COV, so things that will haunt you in your fucking dreams if you were to have it.
The plague of hell and fire.
But the hell and the fire was what? Mixed together. Because when you go into, that brother go into Wisdom of Solomon, where it says fire ran on top of the water. The brother can get that. If the fire actually ran on top of the water, the water is supposed to quench fire. But the Lord showing his power that to the Egyptians to let them know I am the God of Israel, let my people go, I'm not fucking around. The fire ran on top of the water and was not quenched. So the fire was mixed with the hail. Like, how does that even work? Like, imagine hail and fire, bro.
That happened not too long ago in the Gulf of Mexico. Remember they had, it was like a fucking portal.
Yeah.
And he had a fire, ships was around it.
Yeah.
Shit was bugged out.
That was
man.
it. That was it. Woo, man. But imagine that.
You want to read it?
Yeah. You found it.
This Wisdom of Solomon 19 and 20.
And this is beautiful because in the Wisdom of Solomon it goes deeper into plagues that happened within Egypt. Like the mentality of the people, the fear, the power of Yahweh Shemashah, what he can do. That's why he is known as the terrible power. He's great and terrible. And it says that he has no respect of person and that the Lord is going to give you your judgment according to how you sin against him.
For fire, so like the fire had power in the water, forgetting his own virtue, and the water forgot his own quenching nature.
Woo! So it ran on top of the water. And then the hail that was raining down was on fire, but it was ice and fire mixed. Hitting, the niggas get hit in the head with the fire, you know, hitting trees and shit. They catching on fire. People running out, they getting hit with the shit. Like, imagine that. Imagine that. And you know how the big hail can get, bro. Fucking crash the windshields and shit.
Yep.
You know, it could be as small as that, but imagine that on fire,
That's a
bro.
concussion, huh?
Bro, but
Even the
imagine
small
even
one.
the little ones on
Yeah.
fire, bro. Imagine.
They talked about a penny dropped out of a skyscraper is gonna
Hit it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
The velocity that is traveling at, like,
Those are from heaven, though.
that's the spirit.
Keep going.
Yeah, it will
The
through.
fire had power in the water, forgetting his own virtue,
That's it.
and the water forgot his own quenching nature.
Keep going.
On the other side, the flames wasted not the flesh of the corruptible living things, though they walked therein, neither melted the icy, neither melted they the icy kind of heavenly meat
Man.
that was of nature apt to melt.
Yeah, so pretty much that hail is just ice, but it was on fire and it wasn't melting. Going to show you the power of Yahweh Shemashah. He's you know, he's in the avatar state on their ass, like,
Hey, and that type of snow, if you will, ice or whatever, it's here because I've seen videos of a nigga with a snowball and he had the snowball trying to melt it, and it just turned black. So
That's it.
that's not far fetched.
There you go. There you go. He keeps breathing out. I think a little more. Goes to show you, man. Don't play with the power of heaven and
And
earth.
it makes sense because like snow and hail and ice, that's all just manipulation of elements. But you know, the Most High through the angels could tweak those manipulations and make it to what they wanted to
Show
be.
his power. Yep. Damn. That's it. Cut it up.
For in all things, O Lord,